Yo, what is up, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today we have some awesome information for you guys, like always, to round out the day. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Rocket League has received its first discount on the Nintendo Switch eShop, and there is a great deal going on. Right at this point, you can get the game for $14.99. Yes, I will repeat, $14.99 for one of the best independent games out there, Rocket League. So let's go ahead and get into what this game is about if you don't know, and why you should pick it up. So play for fun, live to play. Winner or nominee of more than 150 Game of the Year awards, Rocket League is a high-powered hybrid of arcade soccer and driving with a rewarding physics-based gameplay. Take to the pitch for a fully featured offline season mode, multiple game types, casual and competitive online matches, and special mutators that let you change the rules entirely. Express yourself with one of the deepest customization systems around and battle opponents on other platforms with groundbreaking cross-platform play, and that's for PC and Xbox One, not the PlayStation, just PC and Xbox One. You can do cross-play. And the DLC is sold separately though. Now the Nintendo Switch version, the reason why this is so awesome is, one, you can play it anywhere that you want. Rocket League is really a game that you're going to want to play anywhere that you want. So I feel that the Switch version at this price is a complete steal. Another great thing about the Switch version of the game that it includes exclusive Nintendo car toppers and battle cars. It has Nintendo Switch version features like ad hoc local multiplayer, supports online multiplayer for up to 8 people, cross-platform play with Steam and Xbox One users like I talked about, and supports all playstyles, TV, tabletop, handheld modes, and everything. So to me, this is the best version of the game. The features are all there. All of the content is there. You can play it anywhere that you want. They released a patch that fixed some of the dead zones, so the response and the controls are better. And even with that patch, it actually increased the resolution in handheld mode, so you get a little bit sharper image when you're playing. Overall, it's a fantastic port done by people who really know the Switch, and that is Panic Button. They also did Doom, and they're also doing Wolfenstein 2 on the Switch as well. So you have some Switch experts in terms of porting, and it is a great game, guys. I definitely suggest going out there and picking it up if you don't mind not having a physical version, because the physical version is coming out next year, but that's going to be $39.99, but it is going to be like a collector's edition or Game of the Year edition with a lot of the DLC and extra content in there, and it will be physical. But if you want to get a good price on it and you don't care about that, you want to just buy it digital, $14.99 on sale. That's pretty good. So what do you guys think about Rocket League? Have you been playing the game? Are you going to pick it up digitally with this sale? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the next article here, it looks like Nintendo will be handling the publishing duties for Dragon Quest Builders in the West. So Dragon Quest Builders is a game that was originally developed by Square Enix and still is. Square Enix is still handling that. However, in the West, Nintendo will be picking up publishing duties. So what that means, they'll be the ones who distribute the games, ship it out, handle all of the promotion probably along with Square Enix in a joint collaboration with that. That's what Nintendo is going to be doing for this game, Dragon Quest Builders, and I think that it's a good call for this style of game. Obviously, Square Enix and Nintendo have a great relationship. There's going to be games like this where Nintendo just picks up the publishing. I think that Project Octopath could be another one of those games where Nintendo picks up the publishing, just because Bravely Default, Bravely Second, both of those games Nintendo picked that up, and they're doing it again this time here. And I think that with Nintendo picking up these publishing duties, I think that it does create a good relationship between them and Square Enix, and can also lead to future support. Now, some people were saying, oh, well, Nintendo should do this for more developers as far as picking up the publishing, and that's where I'm like, hey, hold up here. No, you shouldn't do that, because then everyone's going to expect handouts. Everyone's going to be like, okay, well, Nintendo can just publish my game if I have something quality, or if I have something that's RPG and the fans that are going to like, and that's not the case. Nintendo doesn't want to set that type of precedent. But I think with certain games, Monster Hunter Stories, you had Monster Hunter as well with certain areas. Nintendo picked that up as far as on the Wii U. 3DS, you have Bravely Default, you have Dragon Quest, some of the other Dragon Quest games, Nintendo picked those up in terms on the 3DS as far as publishing duties. So Nintendo's going to do it for certain types of games where they know there's this specific market for it. It's not going to be some type of crazy seller where they're going to have to ship out a ton of units and everything like that. It's going to be probably a moderate one. So Nintendo will pick up the publishing duties, Nintendo will distribute the games, and the size of the game is not very big at all. We're looking at about a gigabyte or less. Based on the eShop listing that's been been leaked. It's 880 megabytes of space, so Nintendo doesn't have a problem with publishing that. It's a 1 gigabyte cart on that one. That basically is almost nothing. So they're going to pick that up, and like I said, it does create a good relationship, and I kind of figured that Nintendo would pick up this style of game as far as Dragon Quest Builders, especially because it comes out a month before the Japanese version. So Square Enix is like, hey, well, we'll publish it in Japan, but Nintendo's like, we'll pick it up here in North America and get it out a little bit earlier. So we'll see how it all works out. But based on the previous Dragon Quest games that Nintendo has picked up as far as on the 3DS and other titles for Square Enix like Bravely Default, I'm finding everything's going to go really smoothly and probably even be a success like Bravely Default was back on the 3DS. So what do you guys think about Nintendo picking up the publishing duties for Dragon Quest Builders on the Nintendo Switch? And do you think that they might even do that for Dragon Quest Builders 2? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the last article here, a Square Enix producer is, quote, really jealous of all the awards The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has pulled in. So 2017 was an amazing year for Nintendo. They made the comeback that a lot of people did not think that they could do. They came out with game after game after game. They started it off strong with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which has pretty much received unanimous Game of the Year awards and praise, also getting the Game of the Year award at the Game Awards 2017. But they didn't just stop right there. They didn't rest on their laurels. They had multiple different big games throughout 2017, from ARMS, Splatoon 2, Pokken Tournament with Bandai Namco. You also had Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle with Ubisoft, and just much more. Super Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Fire Emblem Warriors. The list goes on in terms of their content with third-party developers in addition to first-party games, and a fantastic independent scene as well with stuff like Battle Chef Brigade, Shovel Knight, Fast RMX, SteamWorld Dig 2. The list goes on and on. Great independent games as well. And you know what? That's actually drawn a little bit, when it comes to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, some jealousy from a fellow developer and actually business partner with Square Enix. Let's go ahead and get right into what Yusuke Saito had to say on the matter. Quote, to be honest, I'm really jealous of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild that is about to sweep the board at Game of the Year and all the other awards events. But hey ho, I've got to see how there are so many fans around the world who love our games, so it truly was a happy year for me. Many thanks to all the fans. So if you don't know who Yusuke Saito is, he's a producer at Square Enix. He's worked on Dragon Quest before, he's worked on Nier on the PlayStation 4, and he's done a fabulous job at Square Enix over all the years that he's been there. But I would have to say, yeah man, I think a lot of people are jealous, because essentially a lot of these high budget, big 1080p games, all this stuff, people talking about power and all that, all these games got beat out by a Wii U port. A Wii U port that didn't even perform its best at launch. It's been cleaned up since then, but didn't even perform its best at launch. So it all got beat out by a Wii U port. And that's the thing. And that's what kind of shows you. I think it should motivate a lot of developers to be a little bit jealous, right? Like, whoa, like how this game beat ours and we had so much more tech and so much more systems that were capable of more and all of that. So yeah, definitely take that and use it to build a better game. And I think Legend of Zelda can teach developers everything. It's about the content. It's about the content, how you do it, and what you do in the game. You don't need the most powerful system. You don't need the highest end PC. You can make an amazing game on old hardware like the Wii U and it be just as good, if not better, than all of the current generation games that use the latest tech. Hands down, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, in my opinion, is the game of the year, and it's easily one of the best games that I've ever played and one of the best games of all time, just because of the style of the game, what you can do, what is in there, the content, the pacing, the structure, just the change from what they've done. It was all innovative and amazing as far as the content in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and fun as heck. You can spend 200 hours plus in that world and still be like having more content to do, then on top of that the DLC added in. It's just an amazing experience and it deserves the game of the year. And I think Mr. Saito is going to use that to kind of fill his passion for his own games and see what he can do going forward as far as new ideas. So it's all good for the industry. So what do you guys think about what this Square Enix producer had to say on the matter? How do you feel about Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in terms of it winning game of the year? I would love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Alright Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description description below and consider supporting us right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you ninja for the next video. Peace.